Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing an open tarot reading and seeing what you're meant to hear right now. And to do this reading, these are your three piles. Let me introduce them to you. For pile number 1, you have the Smokey Quartz point. For pile number 2, you have the Fluorite point, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the Sodalite point, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 3 decks or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe you're feeling all of them today, always trust your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right readings. So whether you're just drawn to one, then this will be your pile. To several or maybe all, these as well will be your piles. And once you're ready, please head down to the description box where you're going to find your timestamps. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Smokey Quartz. Looks like you've got 2. Okay. And today we're taking a look at what you're meant to hear right now. We're keeping the reading open to see what it is that you're meant to hear. And these are the oracle decks that we will be using today. Let me pull out one from this deck, and finally one from this tiny deck. Ooh, okay, there we go. Let's see what you have before we take a look at your tarot cards. We can take this one as the significator right here. You have all is connected. Looks like this is going to be interesting. And you have Miss Sunshine. Okay. You have the Hound and Pair with loyalty. You have the Rooster. And you have Dance. Very interesting. Okay. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. I'm getting so many ideas, but I want to wait and be patient. I think there's a better way to put your cards so that we have more space for your tarot cards. I think that would be better. And we can even keep this beautiful one right there. All right. So, my dear pile number 1, what is it that you are meant to hear right now in your tarot reading today? What is it that you're meant to hear right now? Okay, let's see what cards you have, and if we need any more, we can always pull from the side. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups. That is cool, brings perspective. You have the Emperor. The Ace of Wands. The Star. That is really cool. Okay. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant in conjunction to the Emperor. Whoa, this reading is really blowing my mind. You have the Queen of Swords. Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I just keep understanding more. And when I saw the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands, I got a strong vision in my mind. It was really crazy. I have to tell you about it right now, as soon as we put your cards. I think this is where we should start, actually. And you have the Queen of Cups. I don't know how this is gonna manifest, but I'm sure I saw this vision right there. Okay, and we've got 3 more cards. Let's keep them to the side. I'm sure they're gonna help us. And start reading right away. Telekinesis is, I believe, what it's called. I swear to you, when I saw the Queen of Swords and it was lining with the Ace of Wands, I envisioned in my mind straight away, like a clear vision right in front of my eyes, as if it was a cartoon playing, with this Queen of Swords going like this with her sword and the Ace of Wands like moving, almost as if she was like moving it through telekinesis, but is still like trying to grasp control, because sometimes it would obey it and obey her, and sometimes it would slip away. So really, really cool. I'm really excited because I saw it. I saw it so vividly as I saw this Queen of Swords. And actually, thinking about it, look at that. These 2 are holding strings. Oh my God. Oh my God. These 2 are holding strings. And you can see the emphasis is on the mind here. Also the leaves is right until her head, right there. And you can see with all this connected, that with your mind, you can truly change the fabric of reality. You can shift your situation, and you can make things happen and work perhaps the way that you want. Maybe, my dear pal number 1, this is a reading pertaining specifically to you and your gifts, something that you have, or it's something that we can all do. I'm not sure. But since you clicked on this reading and I saw this vividly, let's say at least for you, I'm hoping this is for everyone, but at least for you, your reading is guiding you on something mind-blowing here. It is telling you to use your mind, because perhaps you have a strong, alert mind with a rooster being presented in your reading. You have such, perhaps everyone can do it, but specifically with you, pal number 1, you may have such a clear, strong, sharp mind, and somehow your reading is showing you that you can use that strength that you have to train yourself, because this was kind of like moving sometimes and sometimes it slipped off. So there's the idea of training your mind to shift your reality. Because look, when I saw the Star card here, I was like, okay, so it seems like there is a wish involved here. Star, Queen of Cups, have you wished from the heart today, or sometime soon, or maybe for a long time, who knows? Do you have like an overflowing wish, something that you wish for deeply? taking a look at the Queen of Cups and the star here, it looks like you're really hoping for something, because the star card is also hope, hopes and dreams. And I do see that your guiding star here is your mind, and how you can use your mind to shift reality. Because look at this combo right there, the Hierophant and the Emperor. Hierophant is more spirituality, right? The power of spirituality. Emperor is the power of the 3D, the square, the earth. In fact, in Thoth, the Hebrew letter associated with the Hierophant is the letter Vav, which means hook, and it symbolizes how the Hierophant is like the hook between the spiritual world and the earthly world, the Malkuth, the 3D. So you can clearly see that here you have a strong psychic, let's say spiritual power, that can help you be in command of your 3D. This is no joke here. Your reading is telling you that you have the power to move things the way that you want. So much so that you can highly depend on it, because you have the rooster. And a rooster is an animal, a bird that you can depend on every single morning to wake everyone up. So I feel like you're able to create things into existence out of the blue. You can even see it with the dance. In Hinduism, they believe that the soul is created through the dance of the Dakini. So it's like this cosmic dance that creates the soul. And so I feel like here it's presenting the idea that you can create into your existence whatever wish you want, and highly depend on your gift to be able to bring it to you. And you got the Hound here with loyalty. So I can see that it is something that you can highly depend on. It's loyal, it's there with you, it's going to be there for you. And you can use it to change your reality, to create the things that you want. Now, perhaps you're like watching this and you're like nodding, you know how to do that already. Your reading is saying to use that in the wish that you're really hoping for and wishing for so hard. But in case you don't know how to do that, I believe these 3 cards here are just your guidance on how to make that move and happen. So let's find out. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, interesting. You have the King of Pentacles. And you have the Hanged Man. Let me reflect. What does that mean? So 10 of Cups is a, what do they call it? Fortuitous? Yeah, fortuitous card for families. Not just for the existing families, but for generations to come. So I feel like right off the bat, your cards are telling you that this is something that has been passed on from one generation to another in your family. And that answers the first question that I had about your pile. Is it something that everyone can do? I'm sure this is something everyone can do. But for you specifically, you have a gift. Some of you may know it, and some of you may not know it. And your cards today, what you need to hear right now is with regard to your wish. You have that capability passed on from generations of your family, whether most of you are aware of it or not, and you have the capability of using it, because the King of Pentacles is very reliable. Again, you get the idea of reliable. it is a gift that you can absolutely rely on, which means that this is translating to as your steps to, first of all, believe 100%, have complete faith, because your reading keeps pointing to that idea, to have complete faith that you have this gift, and you will only see it if you use it and see for yourself. So to, first of all, use that gift while believing 100% that this is a gift that you have that is absolutely reliable and will make your dreams come true. So next step here we see is the Hangman. And the Hangman is this position that Odin in Norse mythology was hanging in this way for 9 nights in the Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. For 9 nights, and after these 9 nights, he was given the gift of runes and prophecies. So I'm getting the idea of doing something that might not be comfortable to sharpen your mind. I don't know, I'm thinking perhaps fasting, maybe? If you have any ideas that you feel are better, of course, always consult your doctor. But I'm kind of translating it to maybe even 9 nights specifically. Like maybe you want to fast 9 nights, you know, intermittent fasting, perhaps. Like from that time to that time, you want to fast. And that fasting will give you clarity of mind. You want your mind to be the sharpest because that's your tool right there, the Queen of Swords, during these 9 days. And you want to envision, see with the Hangman right there, you want to envision this dream 9 consecutive nights as you stop eating from a certain hour. That's the way I'm translating these steps for you. Maybe even meditating. Oh my. Maybe even meditating. Maybe you want to meditate specifically envisioning it. So fasting and meditation to visualize your wish for 9 consecutive days. And something will move here that you can absolutely rely and depend on. Envision it, let it go, and something is moving here and birthing it for you, my dear pile number 1. What an interesting reading. The magic that I see with you guys on this channel, delivering your messages to you. So, my dear pile number 1, this was your reading on what you need to hear right now, and it pertains to a deep desire or wish that you have in your heart that you would love to see in your reality. And your reading here is telling you you can achieve that. And not only that, do know that you have the gift of using your mind to create things into existence. That was your reading, my dear pal number 1. I know I've enjoyed it so much. I hope you've enjoyed it too. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. You know, I do post readings nearly every single day. And my dear pal number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful fluorite point. I feel this one. And today we're doing an open tarot reading to see what you are meant to hear right now. So we're keeping it open to see what it wants to show you. Right. So these are the four oracle cards that we will be using. It looks like you've got 2 cards from this deck. And finally, let's pull out 1 card from this small deck. Okay, so first things first, your oracle cards are ready. Let's pull, I don't feel this one to be honest, I feel this one. Let's pull this card as your significator. And you have change of seasons. Lovely. Okay. If I put this card here, would you be... No, not fully, I think. Okay, so you have the Coyote and the Tura with Deceit. And you have the Goat and Willow with Overcoming Obstacles. Lovely. Wow, so you have Drain. Oh my, okay. Is there a smarter way to do this? I think there is actually. So we can push your card here up to the top. This way, this one would fit and you can see it, absolutely. And then we'll have space for your tarot cards this way. You have Create. All right. Let's see what this is all about. And we want to know, what is it that you need to hear right now? I feel this one actually. Right, we'll keep your tarot cards to the side and we can always pull when we need them. You have the Ace of Swords, the Justice card. And right off the bat, as I take a look at these cards, initially I'm seeing the word maybe truth together. Let's see. You have the Page of Cups. The Star card. The Emperor. All right. Another ace right under the Ace of Swords. Wow, we have the Ace of Pentacles. What are the odds? You have the Temperance card. The Knight of Swords. Whoa, even the Court cards are aligning. How crazy is that? So all of them major arcana, except for 2 Court cards aligning and 2 aces aligning. Wow. You have the Seven of Swords. You know, this reminds me of a video I just watched on YouTube of a girl that used to be afraid of moths, and then she helped one moth one day, and because of that she started like helping so many moths, and they would grow to love her, and they would fly on her face. So I think I'm meant to remember this looking at your Seven of Swords. And finally, you have the Eight of Swords. Right. So what's going on here? This girl has her hands on her mind, and I think your reading is referring to your mind perhaps these days playing tricks on you and polluting the purity perhaps of its potential and what it can create. And so your reading here wants to show you an obvious truth of something. You want to create something or be something or maybe even have something. But it's a wish here. If you are drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it because there was the emphasis on a wish as well in pile number 1. And if I'm not mistaken, even the star was in the same position. Oh no, it was right here. But in all cases, if you were drawn to it, then I highly recommend it. And I do see that the difference between what you can be and who you are now, and the world you can create or be in versus what you have now, is it all depends on a thought. Night and day difference in your life, and it all shifts and decides where you're going to be and who you're going to be and what you're going to have with just one thought. And I really see there's an emphasis on thought because we've noticed that from the very beginning, some polluting thoughts ruining your creation, the truth. You can even see here with the Knight of Swords, some people sad and reflecting, even though they have a beautiful unicorn. And the Knight of Swords, is quick in thought, quick in judgment. So quick, you might not even have noticed that it happened. All of a sudden, you might be in a negative mood or giving up huge hopes in the splits of a second, or deciding who you should be or can or cannot be because of a fleeting thought that transformed your mood and your thoughts and everything you see around you. And I see that your cards today want to show you the truth of the matter, and that the truth here is how you look at things. It's very tricky, these thoughts, because how you look at everything will determine on whether you're going to achieve your dreams and your hopes, or with the Eight of Swords, whether you're going to be stuck looking at them from afar, looking at it from afar, but feeling absolutely stuck. And this story with this girl who was super afraid of moths, but look at her today. I mean, I was watching her and going, ugh. I mean, I love watching moths from afar, and I never want to hurt insects, but to be honest, I still get that that feeling when I see insects. So I leave them on their own, but I still don't have the courage to be able to befriend them yet. I know a lot of people do, and that's really cool. But it's the same with this girl. She was talking about how once she would have never imagined to come near a moth. And so one time she had to save one, and ever since she saved one, and this moth got babies and she raised them up, and now moths are just her friends. And to think, as she explains in the video, how one fear became such a blessing for her one day. It is showing here that thoughts are tricky with the Seven of Swords. They can lie to you. They can convince you that you genuinely can't do something, or you can't have something, or you can't be something. And you watch yourself one day have that thing, exact thing, become that thing, change your entire world, and look back in retrospect and think, my goodness, how did I think it was that impossible? And through that, you see the limitation of your thoughts and how they were absolutely polluting you, polluting your, I would say, your abilities at that time. And if you would advise someone else, you would say, oh, I was exactly like that. I used to believe it so hard. Believe me, it's not true. You can absolutely do that. And that's what your cards are showing you today. They're showing you with the goat and the willow, in order to cross to the other side, to see to the truth, and be able to see this new world that you can create, your new you and your new reality. You have to cross over this tricky time by doing the very thing the very thing that you don't dare to do. And watching for yourself how it wasn't that bad after all. And it was simply some deceit, a pollution of the mind, perhaps trying to protect you, not knowing better. Sometimes what takes us to our very dreams is a sprinkle of hope and the courage to wander towards the unknown and even enjoy that journey. The journey of exploration, of seeing what could touch your heart and what could be exciting, looking at it from that perspective rather than the perspective of fear, the perspective of curiosity and what this journey or experience is going to be like. What is it going to give you? To step into the unknown with positive curiosity. Like, for example, let's say you're going to your first office party and you're dreading it because you're afraid you would either make a good impression or a bad impression on your first day of getting to know all of your colleagues, and maybe you're in sales, so you want to prove to your manager that you're great at just getting to know people quickly and mingling. All sorts of pressure on you. So let's say this is the situation. And so instead of stepping into this experience with so much dread and fear and worry about what may go wrong, step into it with full hope that it's actually going to work out for you and not against you. And to set foot wondering, how can I dress today? How can I look my best today? What kind of fun topics can I have up my sleeve to discuss when I meet the new different people? How can I just forget about the consequences on that night, about what could happen later? Because what's going to happen is going to happen anyway. And focus on the idea that it's my opportunity, instead of it being against me, it's my opportunity to show who I really am and to be open and speak to for others to actually get to know me. And if they turn out to be toxic, I can always leave. It's not a healthy environment in the first place. Different thoughts like that, stepping into the experience with an open mind on the fun things that you're going to see in this journey, equipping yourself with, also truth of how you can be ready for this journey mentally and physically and everything, and to step into the unknown with excitement. Always balanced and managing your emotion and mind, because with that balance, you stand grounded, my dear pile number 2. Don't let your emotions get out of hand or your mind get out of hand. Always stay in that balanced state. Don't allow your mind to drift off out of control. And if it does, remind yourself that the magic is to go back to that balanced state of tranquility and calm of mind. It is only through the truth that you will create that symphony. Look at that. The Justice card has the symbol of symphony, of a note, and you have create here, which is also music. So you want to be calm, join in the rhythm of what you're doing calmly and tranquilly, without getting overexcited or overly pessimistic, just being in that balance, especially mental calm place. And through that energy is where you're going to see the impossible. What you once thought was impossible, regulating your mind and knowing the truth of the excitement that you're getting into, knowing the risks, being prepared for it, and also seeing the amazing things about it, You will be able to finally change your situation completely, your whole world and who you are, and not having to just stand there, look at your dreams and feel stuck. And that's why your main card says change of seasons. It is a time of your life where you are changing who you are, what you see, what you create, and your whole life. And it will all depend on your mind and how you take control of your mind and not let it deceive you by jumping into the unknown in a balanced manner. See, temperance is balance. Also, justice is balance. This is what will create your new beginnings, my dear pile number 2. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings nearly every single day. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you the best from my heart. Go get what you deserve, my dear pile number 2. You will see. You will change your whole life. Get into balance, especially mental balance, and you will change everything. This was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Sodalite point, and today we're doing an open tarot reading. I feel like this one also wants to come out. We're taking a look at what you need to hear right now. To do this reading, these are the oracle decks, I feel this one, that we will be using. And of course, this is the tarot deck that you were drawn to. All right, feeling this one. And finally, one last card from this 4th oracle deck. So, my dear pile number 2, let's see what you have. We're going to start off with your significator. So I'll pull this one out. And you have mermaids. Let me adjust that so you can see it. There. Mermaids love. You know what mermaids love? It reminds me of a siren. So maybe it's something is calling you. You're feeling something, and something is calling you, and you want to rationalize it with the bird here. Let's see. So you have home in the sky. Ooh, home in the sky. And we'll find the best way to put it once we see the cards. You have the hare and oak, new opportunities. And you have keep the faith. Looks like, just like the siren, something is luring you in. Perhaps you are meant to go in a certain direction. Let's find out. How about we place this one here so that we have space for your cards? And if we push this one a little bit towards the top, we'll have space for this one, right? Yes. Okay. So you have books. Ooh, looks like a surprise is coming. Let's find out what's going on here. Also, the box and the house remind me of stability. That's another element. Okay, very curious about your reading for sure. Let's jump into it. So, what do you need, or what are you meant to hear right now? My dear pile number 3. What are you meant to hear right now? All right, looks like we've got this one too. We'll keep your tarot deck to the side. If we need it, we can always pull some cards. And right off the bat, you have the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Cups. really interesting. If you move very quickly, you might be disappointed. Or maybe rushing thoughts can disappoint you. I don't know yet. We need to be patient. So you have the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, the 10 of Cups. The 9 of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Look at that. It's almost like a zoomed in picture with the Knight of Sword hands, right? Let's keep them together. Unbelievable. You have the Emperor. Maybe something happened quickly that disappointed you. Let's see. The 9 of Cups. Wow. Whoa. 9 of Pentacles in conjunction to the 9 of Cups, and you have the 10 of Cups. What is going on here? So cool. Okay. Oh my God, stop it. Do you see that? Mind blowing. That is like the best combo I've seen so far. 9 of Pentacles in conjunction to the 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups in conjunction to the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, what is that? This is like an explosion of a dream coming true. Whoa. I mean, really, at this point, it doesn't matter what the rest of the reading says. I'm joking, of course. But I will tell you something. Maybe you're stressing about something, very fearful of something, and it's going to be so fortunate for you. It's going to turn out so beautiful. It's almost like you're the envy of the world kind of situation here. Oh my God. And talk about surprise. So yes, there's a big surprise happening in your life, okay? And at the moment, it's kind of like your intuition or maybe your emotions are calling you towards something. And you don't want to move too quickly because you don't want to be disappointed. The emphasis here is on the mind. You want to think clearly about it. And despite the fact that you want to rush, you want to stay stable. Very confused. I mean, it's not confusing, but I mean, I wonder what this is. The only thing I can think of with the 2 9s here, it must be personal to you, like some wish that you have. You're being advised to not rush, because rushing is disappointing. But to think clearly and to move with stability. And you are going to be very prosperous because a new opportunity is going to be created as you move. What is this saying? Home in the sky. Let me reflect. The boxes are stability. Also, the home is safety. So it looks like you're going on an adventure. But the wonderful thing about this adventure is that it's quite safe. It's not a scary one. Then what is this saying in that case? So we've established that it's out of this world and it's a new adventure, and your heart is like going to be your guide. It's going to be the one that pushes you towards this adventure. But you want to be rational. You want to be rational, but you don't want to worry. You want to be rational, but you don't want to worry because it's going to be really fortunate. So now I'm really trying to figure out for you, what is this saying? What is it that you don't want to rush into? So what are you supposed to do? Perhaps you're supposed to let it take its course. Like let the adventure, since it's safe, show you step by step what you're supposed to do. And because there's so much unknown, This is why you have keep the faith. You know, keep the faith that you will be guided in every step of this new adventure that is appearing in your life. And to not fret it, not worry about it, not rush it, you know? You just want to let this adventure take you where it's meant to take you. So something new is appearing here in your life. And at this point, you're probably really wondering, what is this new thing? What is going on? It's a total surprise. I've changed my mind. I don't want to be annoying. I really don't. But I really felt I have to keep the integrity of what the universe is meant here to show you. This is a surprise. And I don't think I'm supposed to reveal something that is supposed to be revealed to you in due time. For this reason, I will not try and spy and see what this could be. But do know that the universe here wants to let you know that you're in for an amazing adventure and your heart will be luring you into it. And you want to get into it as luring and exciting as it is rationally. Because if you let your emotions completely ride the joy of this adventure, you might get disappointed because our hearts always want to rush into. It's like, what is the surprise? Let's go now. Oh, we're going to Italy. Well, why don't we just go now? You know? So let things take its course. And keep the faith that you will be shown clarity every step of the way. Until then, think of enjoy the ride and think of things rationally and stay stable. My dear pile number 3, such a cute and exciting reading. I'm so happy for you, my dear pile number 3. So since the advice is to always think and to be stable, how about I assist you with that, because you might be feeling a bit stressed as you don't know, because you know your cards are showing you that it's going to be a safe journey, but maybe you aren't going to be seeing it this way, and so maybe I should gain some guidance for you on how to think clearly and be stable in every step of the way as you keep your faith. Right. So, what is your guidance? Ooh, looks like we got 2 cards. Ready right there. What is your guidance? Death card. So, look, some major transformation is happening in your life. Obviously, right now, something's about to transform in a major way. Ending one thing and beginning a new thing. So, big changes like that are sometimes not that stable. So, yeah, what is your guidance? 2 of Swords. Trust the unknown. 7 of Swords. Let me think. Your advice is to know that the universe is currently working for you and not against you. Because here, the 7 of Swords, this figure is stealing the swords from the other battle army because he's hoping that in the morning there won't be any swords and the 2 armies won't be fighting together. So it could look like it's bad news that the armor is not there, but in fact it's leading to no war. So maybe something might abruptly end in your life, or some major change can happen all of a sudden that could scare you a little bit. Don't rush into taking action right away. Keep the faith and take things little by little, because this is going to be a safe adventure. It's not going to be a dangerous one. Look, the 2 of Swords is falling right on keep the faith. Keep the faith, because this surprise is going to change everything for you. In that case, I think I'm allowed to help you ask what change at least that might scare you, right? So, what is that change that might scare you? Okay, 4 cards. What is that change? At least know that, right? What is that change that might scare you? 5 of Pentacles. Wow, 4 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. And Temperance. This journey that you're on is full of ups and downs. The one you're gonna get into. Sometimes it's gonna feel like a celebration and so nice, and sometimes you might feel like you lost a little bit or something was taken from you. So perhaps it's a bumpy ride in the beginning, and you have to be patient a little bit. That's why it has keep the faith. And you have to be patient a little bit to overcome this initial bumpy ride. Because look at that. It's going to turn into something crazy good for you, my dear pile number 3. So if I were you and I see these cards, I would always remind myself during these bumpy times that this is like the coolest combo of cards I've personally ever seen. And that super good things are up ahead. So whenever there are ups and downs, during the lows, remind yourself it's not real, it's not true, this is a safe journey. The worst is not going to happen, the bad thing is not going to happen. So instead of instead of feeling the lack, know that it's just a matter of patience before it goes up again and finally overcome this time of major change. You know, times of change are not always stable until energy, stabilizes. And it looks like, because it's so adventurous and so amazing, it's full of rich experience, this journey that you're getting into. Fortunate and prosperous, it has that nature of, that instability in the beginning. But after you cross that, you're really going to be extremely happy. I can't emphasize how much you're going to feel happy here. So go through this time, as you can see here, with a lot of, thought and stability. Know that the best is going to work out for you. Keep the faith and know that the universe is working for you and not against you, my dear pile number 3. This is a great time of change for you. Don't be fooled by the bumpy ride at the very beginning. Consider it that launch phase when you ride an airplane and it goes woo, and then it just goes up and stabilizes, and the journey is just lovely. This is exactly what I see for you in your cards here today, my dear pile number 3. All the best of luck on this amazing, exciting adventure that you're getting into. It's going to be fantastic, my dear pile number 3. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. These things truly do support the channel. I do post readings nearly every single day. And my dear pile number 3, all the best of luck from my heart to yours. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.